First off, I want to give all praises and glory to the Most High Yahawah in the name of His only begotten Son YAHAWASHI, in the name of the Holy Spirit. In Hebrew, it's called Halal Yahawah Bahashim YAHAWASHI Bahashim Rahach Kodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS who taught me this truth. Salutations to all the brothers out there that's teaching this word in truth and sincerity. And peace, blessings, and healings on to the elect, because that's why we do these videos. And basically, man, I want to talk about these two articles. It says, this new implant hacks the brain by going through your chest. Okay, and then it says, Metaverse company to offer immortality through live forever mode. Okay, so basically two things where these people are trying to get too far. You know what I'm saying? So let's read this first. It says, thanks to the success of an initial safety trial for an implantable device that can be translate to brain's electronic pulses into readable signals, we're a step closer to being able to text or otherwise interact with our devices using just our thoughts. Okay. It says, best of all, this new brain computer interface BCI brain modem, if you will, doesn't require a hole in your head. It does, however, require a hole in your chest. And that's just one factor that could slow development of the tech, to say nothing of complicating any future public rollout. Brain modems are coming, whether they'll be delivered by Elon Musk Neutral Link Company or some other group. But how fast they'll be ready, how well they'll work, and how many people will want them are all big questions. Well, they're going to make it mandatory for everybody, man. Point blank period. It says it in Revelations. It says, late last month, New York-based biotech company Sidron announced the results of a trial of its two-piece brain modem in 4 people with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS, a progressive neurodegenerative disease that affects the brain and spinal cord and can lead to paralysis. It was the first time the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has approved a BCI for clinical trials. It says it's going to provide the potential for millions of patients to have improved abilities to interact with their environment and therefore have a higher quality of life. Jay Mako, a neurosurgeon and syndrome consultant, told the Daily Beast. So this is just a snare, to get it along. Use the weak. Okay. So I want to get this, and then I want to talk about this. Basically, immortality through the metaverse. This is Revelations 13, and because it talks about his plan and what he's exactly going to do. It says Revelations 13 and 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Talking about that you can make calls and text with your thoughts. That's telekinesis right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Which he had power to do into the sight of the beast, because he has the power to work on these things. Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. So because they can do stuff like this, they want you to bow to Satan, basically. Or bow to them, the so-called white man, because he thinks he's a god on earth. Point blank period. And I'm going to get those scriptures to prove that. But it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So, it's going to come down to a point where people are not going to go along with their whatever they're doing, man. People are going to be like, whoa, they already got people with this shot. They already got people with this. They already got people with that. But it's going to be a line drawn where people ain't going to go past. You know what I'm saying? That's why YAHAWASHI said he reserved 7,000 men, which basically just means a multitude of men, who's not going to bow down. This is Revelations 11 and 4. It's talking about the last days. But what saith the answer of God unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who will not bow the knee to the image of Baal. So you got people on earth today that's not going to bow down to these people, man. And they'll die if they have to, you know what I'm saying? Because they're not gods. Just regular people with with an ego. You know what I'm saying? It says, and he calls it fall, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So you got the one for your hand, and then you got the one for your head, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the one for your hand real quick. I made this picture. Advancing Digital Agency, the Power of Data and Military, February 22. So this just came out, and it says digital ID. You know what I'm saying? It says now. Then it says evolution, shift control to user, and then the future. Next level of data intermediaries embedded in body. So you got the one in your hand, okay, and then you got the one in your head. You know what I'm saying? So they're working on these things, man. Point blank, period. And it's just obvious to see if you believe, okay? It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. You can attribute this to basically, if you didn't take the jab, you weren't able to go to the theater, you weren't able to go to New York restaurants, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So they tested it out there, you know, but they're going to get way more wicked with it when they make this mandatory, you know what I'm saying, point blank, period, okay? So, you know, I read that, you know, it talks about basically he deceiveth the earth, okay? It talked about because they can do things like this, they want people basically to bow their knee to them, you know what I'm saying, because they're proud. Now, what does that have to do with this? You know, because I'm going to get mindset scriptures on these people, okay? It talks about what these people's mindset is in the last days, okay? And giving people what? Immortality. Only, you know, YAHAWASHI can do that, man. No man can give nobody immortality, you know? But, you know, just like when YAHAWASHI was hardening Pharaoh's heart over and over, he wouldn't let the children of Israel go. And then he finally let them go. But he's doing the same thing with these people, but he's just making them prouder and prouder and prouder till they're going to destroy themselves, man, with nukes, you know? So it says, almost 5 years ago, author Cyril's father was diagnosed with a aggressive form of cancer. See, it's always something bad, and this is why they're going to do stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? It says, that's why it says, you know, he deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do into the sight of the beast. Okay, so this man is going through his punishment. So E gives him a alternative, you know, basically live in this thing, man. You know, that shit's trash, man. So it says which would ultimately kill him within a few years. The news of his father's illness devastated Sikroff. It kind of hit me that the time I had with him was limited. He told me last week. At that time, Sikroff's children were just a few years old, and it pained him to think that they might grow up without a memory of their father. You know, he had you know, in the sight of the beast, he was able to perform miracles, man. It says Sikroff is the CEO founder of Somium Space, one of many versions of the Metaverse that have sprouted up in recent years. Unlike many of its competitors, Somium Space is already compatible with virtual reality headsets, allowing for an immersive 3D experience. The death of Sikroff's father basically served as an inspiration for an idea that he would come to call Live Forever mode, and forthcoming feature in the Somium Space that allows people to have their movements and conversations stored as data, then duplicated as an avatar that moves, talks, and sounds like you, and can continue to do so long after you have died. In Sikro's dream, people will be able to talk to your dead loved ones whenever they wish. That's sick as hell, man. That's sick as hell, man. You know, so this is why these people gotta go, man. Doing stuff like this is just when somebody's gone, man. Point blank, period. I don't want to talk to nobody, man. That's some creepy ass shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But these people, they've been taking it too far for a long time, man. These men, they don't so-called white people don't even know if he a man anymore. This nigga getting breast and all type of weirdo shit. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But this is 2 Thessalonians. Okay, it says let no man deceive you by any means. Okay, because what did it say he was going to do? Basically deceive them that dwell on the earth. Don't let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, because nobody knew who this man was, because when he got power back in about, the 1400, 1500, 1600, he scratched all the history. He burned all the history down. He whitewashed everything. He tried to hide himself, man. He didn't want nobody to know that he was the Romans. So-called white man's the Romans, man. The Greeks, all that weird, all that stuff they doing today that they're being caught for, they was doing in Greece, they was doing in Rome, all this having sex with children and them satanic, they've been doing that forever, man. Ever since they got out the caves, they just been doing all type of weirdo stuff, weirdo acts. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God. This is his mindset, and y'all know it, man. Or that is worship, so that he as God sent up in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. This man, he made Google, and this man think he a God, man. Just put some information in a super terabyte or some shit. It says, remember ye not that when I was with you, I told you these things. YAHAWASHI told us, man, this was going to happen. And now ye know that what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. It was always going to be a time and a place where this man got revealed, man. It was always going to be a time and a place, and we in that time today, man. This man getting exposed for islands. This man getting exposed for rigging elections. This man getting exposed for satanic rituals. This man getting exposed drinking blood, bathing in blood. This man getting exposed kidnapping children. Go down the line, man. It says, and know that you know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery, it was a mystery, man, of iniquity doeth already work. Only he will let until he be taken out of the way. So he is going to be taken out of the way, man, because he's going too far. It says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Talking about people in the last days with the spirit of YAHAWASHI, and basically telling the world who this man really is. The Edomites, man. Point blank period. It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. It's talking about YAHAWASHI in the second coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. Okay, that's why it says in Revelation 13, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, man, because he he basically channels all his power from Satan, man. It says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them a strong delusion, and they shall believe a lie. That's why the whole world is in gross darkness right now, man. Because you got these people teaching them, man. And look at the women, look at the children, look at the men. Look at everybody down the line, man. Everybody's fucked up in the head, man. It says, that they might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So that's what they taught the world, unrighteousness, man. And that's why the world is so fucked up today. But it says he has this super proudness about him that he thinks he's a god, and he's sitting up in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. It says the same thing in Isaiah 14. It says, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, and he went up there into the stars, man. And I will exalt my thrones above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mountain of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet shalt thou be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Now who is this talking about? How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weakest the nations? Now this is talking about a group of people, man. And Lucifer's not talking about Satan. It's talking about a group of people, a secretive group of people, taking down everybody, man. And they took down the whole world. Because when you go down, it says, they that shall neverly look upon thee, and consider thee saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? And who was that, man? The so-called white man. He actually conquered the whole world, man. But it's going to slip out of his hands in the end, man, for being too proud. YAHAWASHI was like, man, what the hell you doing, man? He going to come down here and send his son, man. And he going to just clean this place up, and start over again. So that's basically all I wanted to get, man. This man going too far with it, man. He got dead people's voice recorded, got him on Metaverse, man. This man think he a god. He trying to make his own world and shit. He don't want to pay for all his sins, so he trying to escape somewhere else. You know, then you got stuff like this, straight prophecy, man, straight out of Revelations, man. They can't escape it, even when they try to, man. It's just, you know, it's going to go how it's going to go, how Yahawashi wanted it to go. And nobody can escape prophecy, man. You got the angels fucking with their mind right now, talking about we got to bring this ship out. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, repent. You know, this man is going too far with it. So, double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS who taught me this truth and call Holy Yahawashi Mashabashim Makakadash.